Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. This is episode 77 and today is Thursday the 26th of November 2020. Welcome if you are a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my podcast all about my knitting, and to be honest that's all I've got this week. I haven't got anything else other than knitting. Don't think I've even got any crochet. No, it's all knitting this week. Right, let's go straight into admin. Right, okay, so first of all, there will be no more podcasts until January. I am going to be doing Vlogmas. I'm really sorry if you don't enjoy the vlogs. Yeah, I can't vlog and podcast at the same time. I just don't have the time, and annoyingly my job gets particularly busy at this time of year, so between work and everything else, and I love vlogging. I'm sorry, I love Vlogmas, so hopefully you'll stick with me. I'll be really grateful if you do. I am going to try and keep my Vlogmas episodes very short. I'm going to try and keep them to 10 minutes, which for me will be an absolute miracle. I'll be showing my advents, I'll be showing my advent knitting. I'm coming to the end of my present knitting now, except for the jumper. The jumper's not finished, so I'm going to concentrate. After I've recorded this podcast, I am going to be a very monogamous knitter, which one, I said the word, which is a miracle because normally I can't say it, and 2, monogamous, I've said it twice. Yeah, it never happens. But I've got to get this jumper done. So as soon as I have got this recorded, I'm going completely off project, and that jumper is getting knit. The 2 cowls, there is a blanket information video that should already be up, and if it is up I will link it. That side. I think I'll link it there, hopefully in a little iCard, because I know how to do that now, and I'll link that video in. So if you are taking part in the blanket cowl, or you would like to take part in it next year, please do go check out that video, because it's got all the information that you need in it. Hopefully, if it hasn't, please leave questions underneath that video, and I will either do another video to explain it better, or I will answer your questions individually. Also, we have a garment knit along going on, and that's also coming to the end in the end of December. And again, I will put up a finished object thread in Ravelry, and I will do an Instagram hashtag as well, which I will try and remember and put down here. So we'll be drawing for those in January. And also, if you wouldn't mind, if you would like to leave a comment below this video on what knit-alongs you would like to see next year, we will work out what we would want to do for January. So we're definitely doing the square a day cowl, but any other knit-alongs you'd like me to consider doing, please leave a comment down below. I think that's it for admin. I don't think I've got anything else. I think that's it today. I have just realised, no, it's not the only thing for admin. Location. Of all things, my tripod has gone missing, which, bearing in mind I'm about to go into Vlogmas, could not be in worse timing. And you are on my grumpy tripod. I call it my grumpy tripod just because it's big, it's bulky, and it's really difficult to use. And I couldn't get it where I normally have it, which is just that side of you. Well, that side of you actually, because I'm reversed. That side of you, because it's just too tall. It just doesn't work. So yeah, this is the only position it would work in. So I'm sorry about the mess behind me and that little bit there. That is my bookcase. Oh dear. So yeah, now it's the end of admin. So day 1 is mitts, and that's hanging out in my lovely Mary Makes bag, which is Mary and the Mutts on Instagram. And these are my Cherish Your Scrap mitts. When I say I'm going to be a monogamous knitter, I am going to get these finished as well, but the jumper has to get finished first. So I finished, let's have a look. I finished the first one of these. So I'm just doing it plain, and I've done a twisted rib cast on and on cast off, if you like. And I really like these. These may not find a new home. I may have to keep them. Actually, I know exactly who I'm giving them to, and I do need to get them finished because they're going to need to travel. So that was the first one. And the yarn is Biff Sugar Yarns in the Cove colourway. And this is how far as I got on the second one. This is actually turning into being quite good TV knitting or car knitting, so I am going to have it downstairs and grab it if I need to have something straightforward, although having said that, the as you'll see with the jumper, that's at a straightforward stage as well. But yeah, I want to get these done because these are actually a going away present, so they need to get in the post. But hopefully I will get time to work on them. But yeah, I love these. So that's day one mix. So day two is jumper, and that's currently hanging out in this lovely bag from Busy Pottering. However, it's about to move home. As you will see in my Happy Mail section, I have now got a nice new big jumper bag for it, because this one is not big enough, unfortunately. It's a bit of a beast. I'm using what am I using actually? Drops Alaska, which this was Stash. Some of the, well, the gold wasn't, I had to buy the gold, the red was Stash. And this, I had to buy the gold and I had to buy the silver, and I either had to buy the green or the blue. I think I had to buy the green. I can't imagine I had green as Stash. I can imagine I had blue as Stash. And I am doing the Felix pullover, which is a really pretty top down raglan, there we go, I'll get there eventually, jumper with a lace detail on the shoulder, which I'm actually going to do the proper kind of pattern at some point. But it's the Felix pullover, and it's by Savoury Knitting. Yeah, it's a really nice pattern, and I will actually do the proper pattern at some point and not just use it for the numbers, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So all three of my girls decided for Christmas, well no, let's get this story right. One of my girls decided for Christmas she would like a Weasley jumper, and then there is a photo of my girls on Christmas morning 3 years ago or 4 years ago, all in matching nightshirts that had their initials on the front. So then they decided they wanted to reenact that with Weasley jumpers. I'm like, really? So anyway, this is the C, and as you can see, I have finished it. The C is done. So I finished the intarsia bit of it, and now I've joined the body. So so it's, I'm getting the right model here. So I've joined the body and split for the sleeves, and I am working on the first sleeve because I like to get the sleeves done first, because there's actually quite a lot of knitting in the sleeves and the body's just going round and round and round in circles. And to be honest, if all else failed, come Christmas, I could, as long as the sleeves are done, I can give it to her with the kind of the needles and go, you can try it on and we can take photos, and then I'll finish the body. So like the important bits will be done. So yes, so that's going to be my monogamous knitting. Now Drops Alaska is quite a woolly wool, but it seems to soften with blocking, and I think it will soften with wearing too. It's no more woolly than this is, to be fair, and this is really soft, but yeah, the things we do for our kids, eh? But I'm glad I have kind of got to that stage with that, and I think once I start working on it all the time, it will go a lot quicker. Well, obviously, that was an obvious thing to say, wasn't it? I think what I was saying there, to say that sentence in actually the way I wanted to say it, I think once I start working on it all the time, I might actually get it done. Who knew? Oh dear, but hopefully you can see the progress during Vlogmas. But yeah, no, that was not perhaps one of my, I was going to say brightest ideas. It wasn't my idea, was it? It was my daughter's idea. Gotta love them. Right, so that's day 2 jumper. So day 3 is socks, and that's hanging out in this really cheerful little penguin bag from Bertie and Poppet. And these are for Meg for Christmas, but are actually Halloween socks. But Meg's all about the Halloween and Day of the Dead. And this is a colourway from A Lonely Socked Lady, the lovely Lone. And the pattern is the Mistletoe Kisses pattern by Knitting Expat, Mina. And I just love the way it works with self-striping. It's so neat. It gives such a neat look to the sock. So as you can see, I'd already finished sock 1. And I'd got to where the stitch marker is on sock 2. It's in a needle cozy. So I'd got to there, and I've now done my lovely Eye of Partridge heel flap, and I've done the heel turn, and I'm whizzing down the heel gusset decreases. And as you can see, it's currently at, I'm using 3 needle stage, so that I've got my patterned stitches that are at the front on there. And then I've got one side that I'm decreasing on there, and then the other side that I'm decreasing on there. I know it looks like I've got a lot of dangly things, but honestly they just sort of stay out of the way when you're using this method. It's not a problem at all. So yeah, I use 2 circulars, but when I've got a pattern sock, when I'm doing the heel turn, and only for the heel turn, I use 3. And yeah, so that's whizzing by. It's such a pretty colourway. That's whizzing by. I want to get that one done too, obviously by Christmas, but yeah, I mean, it's not going to take me long. Once I get the gusset decreases done, it can sit on my desk, and then when I'm waiting on calls, I can just whiz down the foot. So that one I'm not too worried about. I'm fairly certain I'll get that done quite quickly. I mean, it's going to be the same for that fingerless mitt as well. That can just sit on my desk, and when I'm on calls, I can knit on it. But to be fair, I mean, I can knit on the jumper when I'm on calls, but because it's so big, it's not quite as easy. But anyway, that's day 3. So day 4 is hat day, and that's hanging out in this Christmas pudding bag. I'm struggling with this one. It's got nothing to do with the pattern. I'm just, I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, I don't know what my problem is. So I'm using a homespun house in this lovely colour, held double with this beautiful Kid Silk Haze, which is a mohair. It's super soft, and this is how it's knitting up. I'm doing the cheering hat, that's it, the cheering hat, which is part of this year's knit vent. It's not the pattern because it's a nice easy pattern. So basically it's not the yarn, it's not the pattern, it's not the needles, it's got to be me. Maybe I'm just sick of knitting hats, I don't know. I think maybe it's not the pattern, but maybe because it's patterned I need to concentrate a little bit more, although I've put stitch markers in where like the tiny bit of pattern is, so it, again, not exactly taxing. But I don't know, just not inspired to knit on this at all. So this might be one that sort of sits in a bag and possibly comes out next year. Which is awful, isn't it? I'm sure you're sitting there going, just get on with it, Sharon, but no. I've lost the mojo on that one, and as I said, it's nothing the pattern or the yarn has done. It's just, I think I'm done with hats. I think it's just, I'm done with hats for this year. So that is day, what day I'm on? Day 4, hat day. Day 5 is dishcloths, and that's hanging out in my lovely Christmas cat bag, my Busy Pottering. That's a present. And I am currently making Christmas dishcloths, of which I have made, I think it's these 2, I mean, these are the same as last week really, but I have actually done these since last week. So I've made that one and that one. I've stuck little stitch markers on them so I know which ones I've made. And I am currently working on, whoops, that one. That's the one I'm working on. It's Grandma's dishcloths that I'm making without the eyelets up the side because I prefer it without. And I'm making Christmas dishcloths for myself and Katie and probably Charlie and Meg at this rate. They can all have one because I can get near enough 3 out of a ball of this is sugar and cream in the mistletoe colourway. So yeah, I've got quite a lot of these now. Put it this way, we possibly won't have to wash a dishcloth over Christmas. No, I haven't quite got that many. But yeah, I mean, these are super easy. Again, this can sit out on the side and I will get this one done quite quickly. And I may not do the rest of this ball of yarn, because what I might do is just keep that for next year so I can knit like a fresh one for next year. Which I kind of didn't think about when I was knitting my way through all the others. But yeah, so that's day 5 dishcloth. Day 6 is Cowl Day, and I have a finished object. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So this is a take on the Philosopher's Cowl. I didn't quite do it the way it was meant to be done. I alternated 2 skeins of, or 2 mini skeins. I did that all in one colour with the rib that's on the pattern, and then I did 2 skeins. I did one of this colour and one of the bright green, and then I did a bright green and a light green, and then we went into 2 pinks, and then we finished off in just a single bright pink. It wasn't supposed to be like that, it was supposed to meld more, but that's just the way the minis ran out. So, and I held it together with some white mohair silk from Hedgerow Yarns. But it is very pretty and I do love it. So that got finished. So I have got one pressy finished. And I have started, and this is hanging out in a little bag from Sugar Tots. I've started another one. And when I say started, I mean I have literally, it's a little baby cast on. So I'm using this lovely mohair silk from Woolly Goodness, and that is the mini I'm using at the moment. These are all Sugar Tots minis, and I'm just doing the cast on. So that's my little Christmas jumper stitch marker from Corner of Craft, and yeah, these are what I'm making. This is what I'm making. This is my that's doing the rib. It's really pretty. It's really squidgy. I don't know whether I'll get this finished now or whether I'll finish it after Christmas and just have it as a present in a pile, so that I've got something to give somebody for birthdays, etc. So that one is just I thought I was going to use all the minis for the other one, and I realised that was going to be way too big, so I just I thought I'd just cast on a second one. So yeah, that's day 6 Cowl Day. Next up is my cozy memory blanket, and that's hanging out in this giant bag by Busy Pottering. I am halfway through a square, so I need to be quite careful today. Where's my mini? Where's the mini? Hold on, let's find the mini. The mini has escaped. There it is. This is the mini I'm using, and this is a set from Homespun Wonders. It's quite an old set. I think this is quite deep stash. I think these are some of the very first minis I ever bought. And they're like a blue rainbow gradient set. Not a rainbow, blue gradient set. So that's the one I'm using today. But okay, so let's put you well and truly on the needles with you on the end, and I can show you this week's squares. So this week I have got Hedgerow Yarns, hedgerow yarns. So that's a little progress keeper from Beehive Yarns actually. That's Sugar Tots. That's Copo, and that's part of that mini set I've just shown you. That's hedgerow yarns. That's also Copo. That's it, and that is Jiggles and Beans. That's hedgerow yarns, and that's also Jiggles and Beans, and that is Sugar Tots, and that part of the set I've just shown you. So they're the ones I've done this week. I'm loving how the ones underneath are looking on camera. That's Henny Penny Makes. But yeah, so they're my ones for this week. So I've got, so what's today? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Oh, I am on track. I thought I'd missed one this week, but I haven't. Yay! Well, I mean, I've got the potential of missing today's because I haven't actually finished. But let's hope not. So that's how my cozy memory blanket's looking. I can't show it all. It's massive. So this is just knitting a square a day. That's all it is. I started this on the 1st of January, and it is huge. It's absolutely massive. Yeah, can't really show you all of it. It's getting to the it's very big stage. But yeah, so I am going to have a break from cozy memory blankets next year and do the crochet blanket. This is all explained on the blanket video, but I've decided that I want to do, you know, my Christmas crochet blanket I'm doing. I've decided I want to do that, well, at least at the moment I've decided I want to do that as my square a day, because it's 400 squares and I think I've done 80 already, or 60, one of the two. So if I carry on with that, there's a good chance I'll get that finished before next Christmas, which I think would be quite cool. Also, I would like to get some of my whips done, so if I put that into that one to do it on the square a day, that will get done, that will get finished. And then the year after, I'm thinking I might get my Battenberg blanket done that I've got on the go. But I mean, you could also do it with a northeasterly. You could do a section a day on a northeasterly. So there's quite a few options for the square a day cowl, because you can do a quilt as well. So basically anything you're doing a little bit a day. Right, so that's the knitting content done today. So next up is Happy Mail, and I have a little bit. First of all, my lovely friend Jo, who's Jo Can Sew, made me the most amazing Christmas jumper bag. So this is where Charlie's jumper is going to go into. If you remember, the other two jumpers lived in the other bag that she gave me, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this. This is so fun. So I can't wait to get it in this, because it's so much easier when it's in a big bag. But yeah, so it says handmade by Jo, and so can Jo. It's her little label. But yeah, that's perfect. So thank you for that, Jo. What else have I got? I have got the Scrappy Blanket Club from for November from Bumbling Yarns, which is Laura of the Lonely Knitter podcast. So I'm just going to give you a peek in the bag. So if you've not got yours yet and you don't want to see it, look away. But that's just a little peep. I mean, you're not going to see brilliantly anyway, are you? But yeah, they're so sweet. I don't really want to pull them all out. I haven't opened this one. I got the Christmas minis from Elderflower Stitches. So these are her festive mini cocktails. So these are minis of all of her full skates. They're really pretty. So I'm guessing these are going to micro stripe by the looks of them. But yeah, they're very pretty. I'm thinking these will probably end up in my northeasterly eventually. But yeah, so that's Elderflower Stitches. I am also a Patreon of West Greenloft Yarns, and Vicky very kindly did a little thank you gift, and it's a beautiful mini which I love, a lollipop which my daughter's already kind of said she wants, and this little bag which I thought was really cute. I really liked that. So yeah, so thank you Vicky, I loved that. So nice. That's that one. I also got from, I don't know what just fell out, something just fell out. So Sweet Violet was doing Christmas Hexie update. Now I really want to do a Christmas cover for my journal, and I'm not going to get a chance. So at some point I will make this, so I've got it for next year. But yeah, so there's all different Hexies. I'm not going to show you them all because we will be here for quite a long time. But these are packs that Jules has in her shop from time to time. Look at that one, I love that one. So yes, so I'm going to try and make myself a journal cover, but that probably will be in the new year, and I will try and make it for next Christmas. I was thinking with my journal covers, because they're immovable, what I might do is make 4, one for each season, and kind of move them onto the correct season journal. But more about that possibly in Vlogmas. It also comes with the templates, which is useful. I have got the scrappy mini skein blanket box from Giddy Yarns, and I mean, how could I not? It was Christmas, so that is going to go in my Christmas blanket next year, on my square a day for next year, and it's sitting right behind you. I can see its basket, so I can put that straight in there. So yeah, they'll go in that. They're really pretty. I really like that one. That is just so pretty. That's lovely. So yeah, that will end up going in that blanket. And last but by no means least, this beautiful project bag. Now this is by my lovely friend Kelly, Lay Family Yarns' daughter, called Megan, and her maker's name is a yarn dyer's daughter, and she's making project bags. Now she's launching a website. If you go onto her Instagram, there is a link to sign up for a newsletter for her website, so you'll know when she's launched. And she's working hard on making bags for the website. This is it's a really generous size bag. I love the fabric. It's very much going to be a summer bag. It's got beautiful pockets inside. It's drawstring, so it's a good shawl size. I mean, I think I'd get a fingering weight jumper in there as well. And yeah, it's so lovely. I loved the fabric. I just sort of looked at it, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. It's beautiful. So beautiful bag. Really pleased with it. And that's Megan, a yarn dyer's daughter, and I will link her new shop below the video where you can sign up for a newsletter so that you'll know when she's up and running. And I've got a little mini came with it, little Lay Family Yarn mini. Right, I think that's it. That's finally it. That's nothing else in my basket is now empty. So chatting. The house is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everything's getting moved around downstairs to facilitate the Christmas decorations and Vlogmas to a certain extent. I have some plans in my head for Vlogmas. I'm going to try and keep I think we already said, the video is really short so that you've got a chance to watch loads of people. And I know I have a tendency to go on. So it'll be, I'm hoping to do maybe something a little bit different this year. I might try and do sort of like a spotlight of on the day of something that's Christmas related in my household, be it a decoration, the tree, the mantelpiece, what I'm knitting. No, hold on, no, that'll be the spotlight bit. I will have a footage of my open advents. I'm probably going to do sort of lay them out shut and then lay them out open. I won't have time to open them all on camera. I will focus on what I'm knitting, what advent projects I'm knitting. I will focus on anything else I'm knitting. Maybe I'm going to try and get a bit of journaling in there, and whatever I can get outside the house, depending on what we do, because I don't think we'll be doing an awful lot. But to be honest, 10-minute slot, I think I'm going to fill that pretty quickly anyway. So there'll be a little bit of chat from me, and a little bit of footage. I think realistically they're going to be 15 minutes if I'm honest. 5-minute chat, 5 minute of the spotlight, and 5 minute of everything else that kind of comes along with it. But we will see. I'm going to try and keep it to 10. So that's happening. Work is mega busy, which it always is this time of year, but I am hoping to take, I'm at least taking 2 days off. I'm definitely taking 2 days off. I don't know whether I'm taking the rest of the week off yet until Kate knows whether she's moving or not, because they've had a small hiccup with their move. I mean, to be fair, it's a great big belch, but fingers crossed they will get sorted for their move on the 11th, but it's looking like it's probably going to be after Christmas now. Which is really a shame for her. She's really upset, so fingers crossed they can still pull it together for the 11th. So yeah, it's all going to be about the crafting, it's about the present wrapping. I've got most of my presents done. I was recording the other video, the blanket video, earlier, and as I'm recording I suddenly thought, oh, I haven't got presents for X and Y, I need to sort that. I need to do that. A lot of presents this year are going to be of the voucher that I can post variety, because we won't be seeing people. I obviously aren't having the large family buffet this year. Even with the allowing to see 3 different households, doesn't really help us an awful lot, because the kids all want to see their other half's parents, so that's 3 straight away. So yeah, don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if he's planning on going to see his mum at all, but I don't think he is. Yeah. I'm a bit confused. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm personally going to be here and doing a lot of crafting, and I'm looking forward now to getting each one of those things I've just shown you finished. So that's the end of it, except for that hat. That hat, I will be really surprised if that hat gets finished. That'll be the end of it. They can go, and then I can just concentrate on advent knitting. I haven't decided what I'm going to knit with my advents yet. I've got my friendship blanket, which will be what I put my friendship advents in. But I haven't got anything else planned yet. I've already started the first knit vent pattern for this year, which I can't remember the name of, but I haven't got any further with that. I was planning to get that finished by now. So much to do, so little time. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. My garden. My garden's exciting. I'm trying to spend half an hour a day out in the garden. Not on a Thursday, not on a Sunday. Thursday just because I've got the podcast to edit, so I never get enough time. But I might go back to doing that though during Vlogmas. And I've planted over 100 bulbs, so I'm so excited to see them grow in spring. I mean, I'm not expecting all of them to come up, but some of them should. I can't really have 100% failure rate, although to be fair, my cats are trying their hardest. Every day I go out though, and I've gone to plant something else. I found 1 or 2 bulbs from the day before dug up, and a little poo in their place. I know which one it is. It's my little ginger stalker that's doing that, because I've seen her do it. So I was like, So I then have to replant them somewhere else and bury the poo. Oh, you really needed to know that, didn't you? I'm sorry. Oh, and I wanted to show you this. Sorry, this is to answer a question. Helen asked a question at the end of my video last week, asking how I keep my stitch markers, which actually is a really good question. And this is how I keep my stitch markers. This is what I keep them in. Now this is my Christmas Progress Keeper one. So if you look, it's got all my Christmas Progress Keepers in it. I mean, it hasn't got all of them in. It's got all the ones I'm not using in. So I have got a Christmas stitch marker one, which I actually can't find. I don't know where that one's gone, which is a bit unfortunate. And I have a normal non-Christmas Progress Keeper and a non-Christmas stitch marker. So I've got 4 of these in total. But yeah, that's how I keep them. And they're all arranged in sort of themes, really. And some of them are because they've just got the claw, so they're definite Progress Keepers, where some of them, if I can, I like trying to get the earring back ones, because they make really good stitch markers and Progress Keepers. So you get 2 for the price of 1. So I really like those earring back ones. But yeah. And finally, a little bit of upcoming shop news. Megan, my youngest, is making resin jewellery. She hasn't quite got enough yet for an update, but when she does, I was going to do a little bit at some point on my podcast, or get her to do it, so you can see them. It's really pretty stuff, and yeah, she's doing really well with it. But I haven't got anything to show you today. Hopefully I will be able to show you over, but hoping that she's going to launch over Vlogmas, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do a little bit of a promotion video for her. It won't be something I regularly do. It will just be a one-off to get her started, bless her. So yeah, I think that's it really. Everybody's well, which is good. Meg's had a couple of cases of the virus at her school. Just sort of watching her going, please don't get sick. Yeah, the other girls, I mean, Kate obviously is slightly upset, but she's okay. And yeah, Charlie's just been wonderful. I've had a really good Charlie week this week. Yeah, so I think that's it. I'm going to look forward to getting on with Charlie's jumper and putting it in its new bag. That's going to be great, because I need the other bag that that jumper's in for. What was it I was trying to put? Something I was putting in yesterday. My friendship blanket. I need it for my friendship blanket, so I just kind of squidged it into this little like project bag. Well, this doesn't fit. So I need that for my friendship blanket. So I'm going to have a bit of a bag shuffle now. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm really sorry there won't be another podcast now till January, but as I said, I just can't, it's just too much time. But I'm really looking forward to Vlogmas, I can't wait. And then maybe a little Vlogmas promo, it probably gone out before this if I get my act together. So I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you on Tuesday for Vlogmas!